Welcome to Action Coaching. We're certainly blessed that you join us on today because we believe that God has a special coaching word for you. You remember the goal of Action Coaching is to coach the God-given ability that's in you, out of you, so that you can live your best life now. And certainly we are excited about this opportunity to bring you some coaching tips on today. Now, I want you to let a friend and a neighbor know about Action Coaching. Perhaps they need some coaching tips also. And as you pass the word around, they can benefit from all that God is doing through Action Coaching. And we would certainly love to have them as a part of Action Coaching. If you're watching it on YouTube, hit subscribe. Facebook, hit like. Any other platform, we want you to let people know that Action Coaching is on the air. On today, I want to talk about a very simple but powerful subject. And I believe that it's going to help a whole lot of you concerning this time of coaching together. I'm going to talk about choice. Let me say that one more time. I'm going to talk about choice. Now, one of the greatest gifts that God has given us as human beings is the gift of choice. That is what separates us from everything else. Now think about it. When a dog is born a dog, all he can be elephant, and all he could be is an elephant. He cannot choose to be anything else other than the elephant, just like the dog cannot choose to be anything else but a dog. So when you look at animals and creatures on the earth, they don't have any choice. But man is the one person that God created with choice. Now, when you begin to think about choice, the difference between success and failure is the power to choose. Most people don't like to choose. They rather others choose. And if it don't work, then they can blame you for their lack of success or lack of prosperity, but they don't want to choose themselves. Now, everybody have a choice. If you want to be successful, you can choose it. If you want to lose weight, you can choose it. You want to have a happy home, you can choose it. If you want to do great things, the choice is left up to you. There's a favorite scripture in the Bible, in the book of Joshua. Just only want to talk about this, where in the first chapter, God tells Joshua, you got to choose this day. And that's what life is all about. Now, I decided many years ago that I was going to make a choice about my life. I mean, I had a dream, I had a vision. All of us have dreams and visions and goals. And a lot of times the reason they don't succeed is because we are afraid of making a choice. A lot of people cannot be happy because they choose to be sad. They cannot move on in life because they choose to live in the predicament that they are in life when the choice is up to them. Now I realize making a choice is going to be one of the most frightening things that you'll probably ever do in your life. Yes, choosing. Because choosing is saying that I have decided and I have made a choice that I am going in this direction. Now, of course, when you make a choice, there are going to be some mountains, some valleys, some persecution, some failures, some all of those things in your choice, but that's not the issue here. The issue is that you make the choice, and choice is so important. And I decided that I choose to go through the door of possibilities with God. Isn't it amazing in our life that there are so many things, so many areas, so many projects and mountains we could climb? Every one of us have a unique gift, a unique ability, and the only thing that's going to operate that unique gift and that unique ability is the power of choice. I want to challenge you on today. It's time for you to choose. Now, I know some people think that their fascination with choice is a choice. What do you mean by that? Some people say, well, I'm going to choose to do good today. And then they may do good today, and tomorrow they right back in the same dump that they're in. They just choose to do good today. But when you make a choice, then that becomes a part of your life's pursuit. When I wanted to do things, when I wanted to believe God for my vision, when I wanted to walk out into the area of impossibility, I realized that some friends I had really liked them. But I understood that the choice I made was not going to let me hang out with those particular set of friends anymore. Not that they were bad people, but I understood that being with them would hinder the choice that I made. There were places I couldn't go anymore because of the choice that I made. There are things that I could not do anymore because of the choice that I made. I had to choose because I believe that there were many open doors for me, and I was the only one that could decide if I was going to choose to go that route. Now, I realize making a choice, leaping into unknown, is frightening because you don't know which way it's going to go. It is something you have not seen yet. Yes, there may be some negative things, but also there can be a host of powerful things that are going to happen. The choices that I made, I became the one in the family that turned the whole family's lifestyle around. And a lot of times, a lot of people now are even benefiting because I made a choice. Their destiny was altered. I choose to do these different things. My kids' lifestyle was adjusted. My wife's lifestyle was adjusted because I made the choice. That was not their choice that got them here. It was my choice that got to them to this point. But however, they got to choose to move on down the road. So sometimes choice is frightening, but I like to call it fantastic fear, meaning that a lot of things I've been afraid of, but I kept moving anyhow because I had made a choice, and that's so exciting. Have you chosen your dream on today? Have you chosen the very thing that you're going to go after despite the cost, despite the risk, despite the obstacles you might face? Have you made that choice? Successful people are successful because they made choice. And yes, people that are failures because they made a choice to be a failure. But however, you can choose this day. The thing about leadership, you know what makes leaders leaders? Because leaders are unafraid of making the choice. Now, most people that want to be leaders, they're not really leaders, but they want you to make the choice. And of course, if it fails, they all in. I mean, if it succeeds, they all in. If it's failed, they quickly turn around and say it was your fault. But however, as a leader is responsible for making choices. Who would want to follow a leader that is incapable of making choices? Now, let me move on to my second point. A lot of times when we make choices, we think that the success or failure of our choice is based on the results we see. Let me say that again. We think that the success and failure of our choice is based on the results that we see. But I'm here to let you know that it's not necessarily, yes, the results will come, but that's not the whole key to it. I'll be right back to talk to you.
Tap somebody and say, I'm made for miracles. You know why God allowed things to happen to you? He want to teach you that there are about 5 people got it. He want to teach you that there are. So whatever the devil knock you back with, God said now's the time to show it. That he can't keep me there. Y'all ain't talking. Now is the time to let the devil know. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
I left off talking about how many people think that because we made a choice, the success or failure that we see is the benefit of the choice. Sometimes you can make a choice and results do not happen for years. Sometimes it's a process. It takes time for you to see physical results. But I'm here to let you know, oh yes, the fact that you have made a choice is all about the action you put in every single day. When God gave me a vision to start a ministry, I cannot tell you how long it took for even the first member to come. How that I got up every day going out sharing the message of God, and none of the things that happened to me had manifest yet. But what had manifest was I had made a choice. And I found that making a choice will prepare you for when things begin to manifest. A lot of the things that I am able to do now, I'm able to do it because I made a choice. And while I was in the grinding process, the working process, the getting up every single morning, every single day with my choice in front of me, even though I didn't see any results, I just felt like, well, nobody gonna outwork me, well, nobody gonna outdream me, and no matter what happened, I was gonna believe in the choice that I made. And as things began to manifest, I was prepared. Because every level, there are different challenges. Every level, there are different responsibilities. But you cannot handle the higher levels if you don't know how to handle the lower levels. Because think about it. I did not dream I was going to be me. Now, yes, me was in me all of the time. But I never dreamed that this me would be manifested. But the issue was, the reason I could not dream it, the reason I could not see it, is because I was not willing to make a choice. But when you make the choice, that's when life begins to change for you. And whatever level you climb to, whatever thing you achieve is because you decided to make a choice. So remember, your very actions, sometimes you don't see the results right away, but it's the actions that are results in themselves. When you consistently get up day in and day out and you work on it. Don't you know that every day, all over America, all over the United States, all over the entire world, there are people that are making choices to quit, to change jobs, to say this is not for me, to give up on marriages, give up on kids, give up on so many opportunities. Every day there's somebody making that choice. But then on the flip side, there are millions and millions of people every day who have made the choice to say, I'm going to keep working, keep pushing forward, because I believe that there is a desired level for me. There are desired results for me, all because I made a choice. You want to be successful in life, you want to experience great things, then you got to make a choice. Now, let me move on to another point. Some people are saying, well, you make that sound easy as to making a choice. What happens when I don't know which choice to make? Well, usually what happens is you do make a choice, because a decision not to try is a decision within itself. You have made a choice. You decided not to try. You decided not to venture out. But however, how does one make a choice? When you look around every single day at the goals and the heights that people are climbing, is because they made a choice. Years ago, when I was in high school and read in the history book where President John F. Kennedy at that particular time had in his speech, and the question was, why do man want to go to the moon? Because we choose to go. And just looking back on that, why are some people so important in life? Because they choose to be that person. I don't know about you, but I choose my own movie. And yes, I am the star of the show. And I want my movie to be told over and over and over again, because I made a choice. We talk about people today that are no longer with us and the deeds that they achieved. But haven't you noticed one thing? They all made a choice to put up with whatever adversity, whatever thing they had to go through. A lot of times, I think rather than spending so much time on the front story, we should spend a lot of times on the back story. What do I mean by that? You see a person successful and you admire their success. Oh, they're doing well, they're making a lot of money, seem like they can do anything they want to, and that's where most people's pictures stop. But however, you need to be a picture about the backstory. What did they have to go through before they got here? What choices did they have to make before they got here? What things did they have to put up with before they got here? How many failures they had before they came with the one successful idea? How did they continue to choose and be consistent to something even though there were no results at that particular time? That's why God has given mankind this great and wonderful gift that you can choose. You might start out in a difficult circumstances, but you can choose to make it better. Or as some people say, you might start it out on the wrong side of the track. But as I like to say, you can make the wrong side the right side for you. You might have started out disadvantaged. May not even been the most intelligent person in your class. But however, you had the ability to choose. That's the story of my life. I decided that I was going to make a choice. And second of all, I decided that I was willing to live with the consequences of my choice. And it is making a choice that there are so many amazing possibilities out there for Wiley Jackson that I decided that I wanted to explore them. Now, I said my name, but then you need to put your same name in that sentence. That there are so many amazing things that are in store for you if you make a choice. Not about how you speak, not about how you look, not about how much education you have. Yes, all of those things are good things to have, but not everybody is created the same way. Not everybody speaks the same way, but everybody got an opportunity to make a choice and make it work for them. I love for you to reach out to me after you made your choice and says, yes, thank you for this coaching session on choice. And I have chosen that I'm going to devote myself to this choice about my life. And watch what will happen to your life when you make that choice. It is amazing. And for those of you that have not made a choice, it's time for you to make a choice. Haven't you ever been frustrated with trying to motivate somebody to do what they don't want to do? You can spend hours motivating them, and they just simply have not made a choice to do it. But however, there are people, praise the Lord, that because of your choice and the results that they're seeing in your life, they have decided to choose also. And I would love to hear from you to let me know the choice that you made. I'm going to pray with you. And of course, we can have more coaching sessions talking about choice. Well, don't want you to go anywhere. I'm going to be right back to talk to you. Thank you for being a part of this exciting action coaching on today. Now, knowing these coaching sessions, we do not have time to get in depth with everything. I just simply strive to give you some high points, some tips that'll help motivate you to start your journey. And we talked about making a choice on today. And I would love to hear from you about the choice you have made so that I can continue to coach you on that subject, continue to push you, because it's up to you. You got to make the choice. And certainly we are delighted about it. Before I go today, I want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering for the support of Action Coaching. Yes, it is our desire here on Action Coaching to continue to expand, continue to bring you new programming, continue to expand our outreach so that we can do more creative things here on Action Coaching, because all of these things are designed to better coach you and to better reach you in a more effective way with the message of Action Coaching. So I would love for you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering on today. We stand in need of your financial support. I believe that if you give to the work of God's kingdom will give unto you. So I certainly want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering. If you enjoy this, then you need to make an investment. You need to keep it going. You need to give because it is ministering to you, and we would love to hear from you. There's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to sow to Action Coaching, and I want you to know I personally appreciate your financial gift on today. It is you that make Action Coaching happen, and I am so thankful about it. Well, the Lord bless you. I've certainly enjoyed talking to you. And as I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.